All right, good morning. Let some people get in here. There's a couple of different possible plays. MRIN, I'm already in. MRIN, I swung from Friday. Got in Friday around 3:37. And I'm just holding it because I like kind of this pattern where it's been getting this upward momentum above all indicators. So you can see it's popping up right now pretty decently. But looking back on the last 5 days, and this was the problem. Friday, it got hung up in this $475 area, just like it did Wednesday. It got hung up in the $5 area as well. So I'm holding it just to see if it's going to. Looks like it's getting halted right now. Yeah, it just got halted. So it may get up. It may get up to $5 today. Swing trade may work out. Who knows? We'll see. But so far, so good on that. I'm up, what, $30 so far? So not too bad. Not too bad. Well, some people in the. I got a couple people in the chat here. I don't know if you're new to the channel or if you're returning subscribers. It's been a while since I've been active on the channel. Figured I'd wait. Let's see. GRIL starting to break above this downtrend. But the 200 days right at 245. So, it's kind of getting held up though. I'm gonna wait and see if it's gonna break this or not. It just popped over on the 1 minute there. I want to make sure this is gonna hold because a lot of times on these downtrend breaks, you start to get the break and then it won't break. I mean, right now it looks like it's going to, but there's still a little possibility it won't. Also watching LLIT here. It's in this triangle, bouncing off of this $4 area. I'm just looking to see if this $4 area is going to hold up. Has some support, and then there may be something there. And GOVX is just selling off. See what is this? MCEP. Slowly kind of climbing there. Let's pop back to GRIL here. Thing is, it is breaking at 250. It actually is looking like it may start running here. But it's going to run into $3. $3 is going to be pretty strong. Let's put it above all indicators. Yeah, but you can see looking back here, $3 got hung up in this area there, this area there. $3 was support back here. So $3 would probably be pretty tough. So, I mean, even if this does start to break out, you probably only got about 50 cents. Now, it could possibly get above $3 and 307, but I don't know. Let's see. MRIN getting halted though, it may get a lot of attention when it unhalts. This is slowly creeping up. This MCEP, and I think they got a merger, or they agreed to merge with another company. It's not getting a ton of volume though. It's not even hit 1 million yet, but it is slowly trending up. Let's see, GRIL popping. Could get held up at 270 as well. It's kind of why I don't really want to take the trade on this, because there's some resistance ahead of it. I definitely don't want to get in this high. If I was going to get in, I would have much rather got in at 250. So let's wait and see what happens with that. And see, here's what I want to see on LLIT, because it did bounce off that 4, but it looks like it's going to try to test again. And volume's really dying off on this, so this may not be a play at all. We'll just have to see. But you can see the last couple of 1 minute candles there. Very little volume. So we'll just have to see. See, MRIN is unhalted, so let's see what happens with this. See if it gets up to this $5 area. I may lock it out at $5. If not, I'll probably just keep holding it. It's looking pretty good. Looks like it's gonna, well, let's see here. Gapped up a little bit out of that halt, but now it's kind of indecision time. But there's some decent volume coming in, so this may get up there. And not 470 is a tough area. It may consolidate a little bit. See, where's the top of that? 420. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Friday 420 was a little bit of resistance. I could be wrong. I don't quite remember, but it looks like it's acting as some resistance right now. You see, every time, if you look at the level 2, every time it gets right up to 420, it gets pushed right back down. See, it just did it again. Okay, there it goes. Now it's starting to pop over 420. Nope, you can see it pulling right back to 420. So that 420 area is acting as some resistance. Okay, now it's starting to break some. But I did see on 425 there was a good bit of sellers there, so it's still probably, I mean, you can see still 420 holding up. But I do like, so far, as long as this, on the 1 minute here, if we keep kind of creeping towards that 425, we should probably get a break there. Now if it drops below this $4 area, then it may pull back. We wanted to kind of keep this upward momentum. And 420 is really holding up as some resistance at the moment. Let's see, what do we got? We got 1 minute 20 seconds on this 5 minute candle to close. I like to see this 5 minute candle close green. And that's what I'm saying with the 1 minute here. We want to see this kind of the next minute kind of be a little bit higher. We don't really want to drop in lower and lower. Yeah, so there it goes. Pushing up. We want to see this keep pushing up. And then if this 5 minute candle can close over 420 or even better 430, then I think we're going to be moving on up. Let's look and see here. Yeah, a lot of selling in this area, but they are getting taken out pretty quick on the level 2. We got about 20 seconds left. Ooh, see, quick pop back down. That's the thing with this stock. is it can move very, very quickly. So trying to keep a good tab, and you can see, look at right there. Now this candle's turning red. Where's the top of the body of the candle? It closed right there under 420. So that's a little sketchy. This may have a pullback now. This 1 minute candle and this 5 minute candle, both, because they're the same. You know, they needed to close over 420, and right before it closed, it dropped right below 420. So I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see if 4 holds up. 4's got to hold up at this point for this to try to keep climbing. If not, it's going to pull back. And yeah, you can see there, starting to pull back. Probably pull back down to the 9. Here's a little bit of support right across 375, which is right where the 9 EMA is. So that may be, it may come down and consolidate a little bit. We'll see. And 4's still holding up. It's a very low float stock, so it's pretty tricky. Let's see if $4 holds up as support. I mean, we are a little ways off the 9. And if I remember correctly, yeah, so if you look back here on Friday, it likes to stay on the 9. Like, even if it's moving up, it stays right on, it tries to stay right on the 9. Every time it gets a little bit off of the 9 EMA, pulls back down. Up off the 9 EMA, pulls back down. So that may be, it probably, I don't know, it's pushing back up towards that 420. I mean, it did get close to the 9. About 15 cents away from the 9 there. We just got the sideways consolidation at 420 though. Because $4 held up though, it still has a chance to maybe rip here in a few minutes. Let's see GRIL. Ooh, GRIL. Ooh, I would kind of like to get in that 240 area, but I was watching MRN, so I kind of missed that. But this downtrend break is pretty much confirmed. Maybe. I said that $3 area is going to be some resistance. I just don't know how much it's going to move. May not be worth it to get in. LLIT still very low on volume, but still trying to hold up that $4 area. GOVX is just selling off. I'm probably going to take that off the watch list. Let's see, MCEP starting to get a little bit more attention. And it does have room. It's got room up to 280. See that area right there? I got held up. If it could, let's see. Yeah, 280 is the 100-day. If it broke 280, it could get moving. Got a pretty good small cap market this morning. A lot of volume on a lot of plays. MRIN still going sideways at the moment. It's kind of the thing with really hot small cap markets is you get a lot of different things moving, and you gotta narrow it down to the one that looks like it's going to make the best move. See, it's hitting the 50-day right now in MCP. I'm starting to break. Pretty good volume coming in. I don't see a GRIL. What did it get hung up at? 270. Look at that. Right there. I said that earlier. It could get hung up at 270. That's why I didn't want to touch this. It was starting to look like it was going to break. But it had that resistance right above it at 270. I mean, it still could make a move. It's still above the 9, but I don't know. It's getting held up at that 200 as well, so let's see. Let's check on MRIN. MRIN pulling back down to the 9. So that's what I was saying. If $4 didn't hold up, this would probably pull back. We want to see 375 hold up. We want this 9 to hold up. Hey, what's up, One Life? How's it going, buddy? MCEP. A lot of buying volume on this. It's moving, it's creeping slow. Hello, Surafil. Hopefully I said that right. I'm terrible with names. So if I butchered your name, I apologize. You know what? I'm me. I'm considering going here on MCEP. Yeah, I'm gonna go on MCEP. Just 50 shares. Everything else is kind of moving slow. We are a little bit off the 9, but volume slowly coming in. Probably could have waited a second, got a little better entry, but we'll see what happens here. This could drop back down to the 9, but that's why I'm only going 50 shares. I'm just taking a shot on it. But there's just been, I mean, if you look right here at the 5-minute, there's been a whole lot more buying than selling. Which also raises the question, when is the selling going to start? But hey, great. I'm glad you're here to learn. Yeah, no problem. I've been kind of on a hiatus for a while, but I'm back now, so you know, if you have any questions or anything, you can ask those. Just try to save them for a little bit later for when I'm not in a trade. You can see it's starting to get some volume here. It's starting to pop, but there's not a ton of volume. If you look, there's a lot of buying volume. Or I said a lot. No, it looks like a lot, but if you look at the numbers, it's only 150,000. So if this really starts getting attention, which it is starting to move up here, if it starts getting a lot of attention, this could start going crazy. I mean, if we get a million in volume candle, yeah, I mean, I guess you can't see my watch list on the side, but yeah, I'll go ahead and throw you up my watch list real quick. MRIN LLT. But like I said, that 280 is going to be some resistance. That's where the 100-day moving average is at. Hey, what's up, Big Baller? Yeah, I've been on the hiatus. I'm gonna do a video talking about it because I think it's something pretty important that, you know, probably a lot of people don't realize. Myself, I really did not think that it was something I dealt with, but apparently, you know, I had a bit of a mental health issue with anxiety that really made it to where I could not function as a human being. But now that I've acknowledged my issues and stuff and started working on them, you know, I'm back. So Like I said, I'll do a whole video talking about that. And it has a lot to do with day trading. Like day trading, it takes a mental toll on you. And if you're not taking care of yourself mentally, then it can cause some problems. But I'm good. I'm good now. Let's see. LLIT starting to come up a little bit too. I want to keep an eye on it, but let's see what happens here with MSEP or MCEP. I'm sorry. Trying to break that 275. That 280. The 280 area is going to be tough. But we need to see volume keep coming in. Like I said, this has not had a ton of volume yet. Here we go, starting to pop up to that 280 area. So let's see what happens. If it looks like it's going to struggle with 280, I probably will just lock out a little profit and be done with it. But if it can break 280, then we'll see what happens. But we are a little bit off of the 9, running into 280 right now. And you can see right there on the level 2, we're already showing. Oh, okay, we're starting to pop a little bit. 290 so far. Ooh, the ask got all the way up to 297 right before 3. So 3 is going to be probably next profit target. And let's see if this thing really gets going here or not. If it starts breaking 3, I'm either going to probably lock out at 3 or we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. We want it to stay above that 280 area. We want to stay above that 100-day moving average. Because we want it to start testing 3 now. We don't want the 100-day moving average to act as resistance again. And that's that 280 area. So if we're going to keep this momentum, it needs to stay above 280. Starting to crack below 280. Let's see if it starts holding that support. It is starting to try to hold that support here. Yeah. This could go either way right now. 280 is trying to hold. It is trying to hold above that. Oh, they just all got taken out, so it may not break. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, why I'm saying this 280 line, it's right here. Right here is where that resistance is. And if you draw that line all the way across, and you can see right here on the 1 minute, that's kind of, you see this 1 minute candle, it came up and hit that 280 area. I drew that line crooked, but the body of these two candles, like you can see, this is a pivot point. The stock came up, hit an area of resistance, and then sold back off. So at 280 to 3 is like a whole little resistance area. And then also, if you look up here on the daily chart, this yellow line's the 100-day moving average, 280. So that's why I know that's going to be a tough area. Let's see, how's LLIT doing? LLIT is getting a little interesting. It's coming up to that downtrend line. Let's pop back over to MCEP though. Keep an eye on it. I may have to lock out if it can't hold. It's a big buyer that just came in and held it up right below 275. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate the nice comments. You know, I'm doing good now. I'm great. So, like I said, we're back and ready to rock and roll. I don't like this upper shadow. I may just lock this little profit out here. See how this candle closes. We want to see this 5 minute candle start pushing up. Now, let's see. And if we start pushing up here, yeah, if it drops below 272, then I'm getting out because you can see right here, it hit there a couple of times with the candles, these 1 minute candles, and you can see 272 trying to hold up. There's a big buyer sitting there, so that's what we want to see hold up. And if that can hold up, then I'll hold this for a little bit longer. But if that starts cracking, I'll just lock in the little profit because I'm not going to take a loss on this. LLIT. LLIT starting to get a little frisky. 272 is starting to crack. I may just lock this out. I don't know. It held up again. Whew. As long as it holds up, I'm going to hold it. But if it keeps testing it, then we need to see it start breaking over 280. There we go. Now it's starting to pop back over 280. We want to see it testing and breaking back over this 100-day moving average if it's going to keep moving. That 280 line is a tough line, so that's what we want to break. And it needs to do it soon. If not, it's going to pull back down to this 9 EMA. If you're new, the 9 EMA will act like a magnet most of the time. If the stock gets too high off the 9, it will pull back down to it. If it gets too below the 9, it'll usually pull back up to it. And at 270 is cracking. So I'm probably going to just lock this little profit out. Let me think here. Because my entry is at 257 and the 9 is at 255, so I could try to hold it. See if I could. I don't know if I want to hold it that long though. And then I also risk taking a loss on it. Let's see, where's the bottom of this candle? 265. Decisions. And here's where I made a mistake. I just should have locked it out at 280. I was saying how tough that area was going to be. I should have locked it out there, but and at this point now, I've hesitated too much. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it for this 9 EMA to hold up. If this 9 doesn't hold up, then I got to get out. But this may end up being a loss. We'll see here. We'll see what happens. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I already screwed up. I should have locked it in when it hit 3. It just hit 3 so quick. And you can see we're pulling back. We're pulling right back down to that 9. We want to see that hold up. So on the 1 minute, the selling volume is kind of decreasing, so it may be all right. This does have good news. I mean, it's merging. Or they actually see, they've already merged with Contango Oil and Gas. So it's not like this is a complete shot in the dark. Let's see if buying volume starts to come back in here. We need to see buying volume come back in if this is going to hold up here and start climbing again. So at this point, we don't want it to drop below 255. It's the bottom of this 1 minute candle here. So it's right at my entry. That's why I'm fine with holding it if it's going to stay above right where my entry was. But that's why I would have liked to have had a better entry. If I'd have got in at 253. Now we're starting to crack. I'm cracking below at 255, so I may have to get out. Need to see this 9 hold up. I'm not gonna risk a big loss on this if this doesn't. That was a really short-lived spike on this stock. It needs to find some good support somewhere, because even if it's, if 250 can hold up as some support, 255, this area where the 9 is at. Have any other candles there? Oh yeah, the 50-day is at 250. So if that can hold up as some support, and then this can start curling back around up, we could see it try to get another test, but let's see. You can draw a line here from this 320 right across there. We are in a bit of a downtrend. It's more moving sideways though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. 250 needs to hold up. If it pulls below this 50-day moving average, then that's going to be it. That's going to be all this has. I may just even go ahead and put in a stop loss. You can see right there, bottom of that candle went to 251. I may put a stop. I'm thinking about where I want to put my stop loss in at. Because if it drops below this 250, below this 50-day moving average, ooh, it's starting to test right now. I don't like that. It needs to hold up. But if it drops below that at 250, it's not going to be support. It's going to start being resistance. And you can see it already is kind of doing it. Let's see if buyers push it back over real quick or not. If buyers don't push this back over in the next second, then this is going to start cracking pretty hard probably. There it goes. So you can see it. Buyers popped right back in there. This is a pretty, on the 1 minute, this is a pretty steep downtrend. Downtrend's like right here. Pretty steep selling. I mean, let's see, is that 280 area? Yeah, let's remove that line. So we want to see it get back over this downtrend. We want to see it to break this. If not, it's going to follow this downtrend down. See MRIN getting close to 4. You see that candle opened up right above. This candle closed right above the 9. This one's opening right above the 9. So if we get some buying volume to push us back up above the 9, then we should be good. Plus, that'll also put it above this downtrend. But it's like real quiet right at the second. A lot of indecision on this. Here's the bottom of this red candle, 240, 248. So I think I'm gonna put my stop loss at like 244. That'll be, ooh, that big seller, yeah, That big buyer got taken out quick there. And you can see it's riding right along this downtrend, so it may keep selling off. We really want it to stay like I said, it's starting 250 starting to act as resistance. So it's a very short-lived quick spike. I'm gonna leave my stop loss in there. Actually, I'm gonna drop it just a little bit more. I don't want to get stopped out on a quick little drop. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's pop back over to LIT. So you can see LIT did come up to the downtrend, top of that triangle, but got held up. Now it's coming back down, so maybe nothing there. How's MRIN looking? MRIN is actually looking pretty decent. You can, like I said earlier, it likes to ride the 9, and it's just riding right up the 9. So as long as it does that. And it's got some support at 375 at past resistance. So I was going to see MRIN just keep riding up the 9. And as I'm talking about it, it's testing the 9. Is there anything I'm missing? Well, the buying volume just is gone on this. Selling volume's kind of gone too. It's like you can see right there, everybody come in looking for this to be a big push, and then it didn't break over 3 and got held up at 280, and then everybody's like, we're getting out of this, because there wasn't much buying volume before. So we're kind of back to that again, where we got real light buying volume and selling volume at the moment. But if it holds up, then we could see volume start to come back in, but it's got to get back over that 250 area. There it goes. It's starting to now, a little bit. Let's see, how's GOVX looking? GOVX, a little downtrend here, but not, there's just no volume on it though. No volume. On LLIT pushing all the way back down. What did this gap up? Oh yeah, they're merging with Newegg. So $4. It's the bottom of this triangle. That $4 area holds up. Could see this start to turn around some. Let's see. Okay, MCEP getting getting above the downtrend for the moment. A little bit of buy-in volume has pushed this back up. Oh, that was an ugly open on that candle. Why did that drop so low? Oh, we still need to keep seeing buy-in volume slowly coming back in this, pushing this up. Take this downtrend line out because that's broken. But you can see these 9 EMAs, they act like magnets. The stock got way up here at $3 off the 9 EMA, pulled all the way back down to it. That's why I use this 9 EMA. MRIN cracking down a little bit, but that's alright. I said MRIN is a swing trade. Looking at it off of this here. Let's just take that out. Oops. Where it had this initial big pop from volume and then it's kind of kept volume, pulled back, and then now it's been slowly climbing up, moving in this upward direction. So I really don't care if it's just consolidating down here. I only want to look at it if it's getting back up towards that $5 area again. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know if MCEP is going to be able to hold this up or not. It's getting close to my stop loss, but I'm not going to risk too much on it. We don't want it to drop any lower than it's dropped. So if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'll just take the little loss. See, GRIL. Yeah, this is the one I was saying earlier. At this point, though, $2.30 up to $3, that would be a 70-cent move. That would be a pretty decent move if it could break. LLIT. Testing that bottom right now, and it is getting a little sketchy. It very well could crack and sell off. Oh, and there it goes. And still trying to hold up, but that is getting real sketchy. Because if it cracks, I mean, it was at 35 cents Friday, so I mean, if this thing cracks, it very well could drop pretty hard. And looks like I may end up eating. Maybe I may eat a little loss on them instead up here. So look at the SPY. See, oh. So here's where all the momentum went, all the buying volume went, because the SPY just started dumping. So this is going to make everybody real uncomfortable right now. Because I mean, this is a bloodbath. Let's look at the yeah. This is like an overview of a lot of the main stocks: Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, all that. You can see them all in there, And it is a bloodbath all of a sudden. Yeah, right there. MSEP just hit my thing. Just hit my stop loss. And I'm not surprised at all, because with the SPY cracking like that, I mean, it's not a huge drop really for the SPY, but it's a pretty quick one from 342 to 338. It's $4. Like, this is a pretty steep downtrend of selling. Something happened. What? I'm reading this, and I don't like to get political on my channel, but there has been really a lot of stupid stuff coming out of our government lately. And I've always kind of censored myself on things, but I'm done censoring myself, and this is dumb. This stimulus package, why does immigration have anything to do with it? It says the Democrats' two sticking points are immigration and healthcare issues. What does immigration have to do with getting the people money, getting people in America money? It has nothing to do with it. Nonsense. Just nonsense. And by the way, guys, I'm not conservative Republican either. I'm libertarian, so both sides can get it at any time when I start seeing them do stupid stuff, just to be honest. But I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, back to the stock market stuff. I'm not going to get into politics too much. There's just a lot of shenanigans, a lot of dumb stuff that doesn't make sense. So let's see what LLIT is going to do. I'm a little hesitant to really try to get into anything else right at the moment after seeing the SPY doing what it's doing. You see the SPY's been on a downtrend the past 2 weeks, just about. I got the wrong line here. Yeah, let's see. Bam, there you go. So yeah, you can see this downtrend the SPY's been on. And I guarantee most of these, you can see, yeah, most of these stocks turning a little red. There's a few that haven't, but just going through, you can see most of them starting to get a sell-off. Codex, actually. Interesting. So Codex, there's a possible play here if you like a little bit of a mid-cap little. I mean, it's really, Codex is really still a penny stock, but you got a nice triangle here. Codex breaks over $14. The only problem is you got the 50 and the 100 day right here at 1439 and 1474. So if it does break 14, you'd really want to be aware of those. Those would probably be profit targets. But if it breaks over those, could see it up to 15. I mean, it isn't a nice triangle at the moment, but there's a lot of resistance ahead, so I don't know. I just be careful with it. And you can see that cracked all the way back down. See, LLIT. LLIT, we still got decent volume. See, it hit the trend line again, the downtrend, and pushed back down again. But the interesting thing about it was it was all the way up at $8 early this morning. I want to take a shot on this. Now $4 is held up. Well, how many times is it held up? It's held up twice so far. Let's see what happens. This was my most interesting. Well, the stock I was most interested in this morning because it was down so low from that $8 area. Starting to come up a little bit. See, it's testing this downtrend. Actually, I need to, if I redraw my line a little bit. Here's the thing, though. I want to give it a shot while the SPY is dropping. Where's the SPY at right now? SPY is coming back up a little bit. Let's see, where's the 9? The 9's at 430. So I want to wait and see if this is going to pop over 433. And then I might look for an entry there. Yeah, if it pops over it starts popping over 433, 434. I may look for an entry on this. But not until it does that. Now, because you can see it's still pulling back down. This still could easily sell off. I think this was, yeah, this is the Newegg merger. Wait a second. What am I seeing here? Yeah, let's see, everything else. See, Codex getting close to that 14, testing that 14 area. This triangle is almost complete, so that may start popping soon. Let's watch it here for a second. We'll keep an eye on LLIT on the side. It's at 423 right now. Damn, MRIN pulling back quite a bit. But like I said, it's a swing trade, so we'll see. See what happens there. Let's see where Codex go. What we got here? Okay. The MSET popped back up off that 240 area. Yeah, let me just put Codex on my watch list here. Let's see what this does. See, it's starting to pop there. 1412 was the high of the day, so it breaks over 1412. Probably get going. But there, like I said, there is these two moving averages ahead of it on the daily, so could be some resistance there. See if that doesn't, if this candle doesn't push up, that's almost a double top there. If it pushes down, then it may not break. Struggling at the moment. Pop over the SPY real quick. Ooh, SPY is still looking sketchy. I mean, it didn't really break the downtrend. Like it kind of almost did, but it's dipping back down again. If it keeps dropping, this could get a little ugly. Everything is real red. I don't know. Codex may not break. See LLIT running right down that. Right down that downtrend line. Ooh, yeah, the SPY is starting to crack. Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to take another trade today. And you can see, as soon as it started cracking, so did Codex a little bit. It's trying to get back above 14, but this is going to, yeah, I don't know. Decent buyer there that came in at $13.95. SPY is ugly today. The market is ugly. Now, of course, penny stocks can be affected. There's nothing on. See, Codex, well, it's back over 14. We'll see what happens. Let's see, Codex still got a minute and a half. It's kind of like when the whole entire market's kind of dropping like this, though. You know, it's kind of like the odds of stocks going against that, even penny stocks, is a little sketchy. But I mean, the penny stock world's been pretty hot, so it may not matter. Because Codex is starting to pop back up and get close to that high a day. See, LLIT. Let me move this so I can see a little bit better here. 463 is the 200. But okay, there we go. If I draw that downtrend right there on the 1 minute, you can see that's a little bit more closer. Codex did make a new high a day, so it's probably pretty. Could be a decent possibility for a play here now. Like I said, you're going to run into 440 and 1440 and 1475. So that's a little concerning. DSS, let me see DSS. What's the float on DSS? 5 million in float. It's a nice bounce off of $5. While you draw your downtrend line, you can see it's getting hung up right there at that 623 at the moment. And this is possibly a big U-shape. If it can U-shape, if it can, or maybe actually at this point it may turn into a cup and handle. There's a possibility on this play. What is there? Let's see what they got. Earnings. Because even if you do break the downtrend right there at that 625, 630 area where I got hung up at, you're gonna run into 650, which is gonna be definitely tough. Because actually that's more of where I'd be looking for. Because you can see right across the tops of all these candles in pre-market, 650 was tough. It could not break over 650. But yeah, it does kind of look like it may start making a cup and handle. If it makes a cup and handle, there could be a play there. See LLIT coming back up to that 430 area, so I may look to go here. See, we got 2 minutes on this candle to close. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Trying to break this little triangle. And I may have went too early, but we'll see. I really want to see this 5-minute candle close over the 9, so getting that kind of early entry is a little risky because it could come back down and close below the 9. But we'll see. Only going 50 shares. Like I said, with the entire market turning pretty red, I don't want to go too heavy on anything. A little resistance at 440, but nothing that should be that crazy. That 463 is going to be the problematic area, though. Now we are above that little downtrend. Not a ton of volume in this at the moment, though. I may have jumped the gun. We'll see. That was a good open. That candle opened above the 9. But we want to see it get over this 435 real soon here. 435 acting as a little resistance. Okay, there it went. There we go. Now it's starting to pop a little bit. I don't want to see it push through 440. You can see 440 on the level 2 is acting as some resistance. I don't know. This is getting a little sketchy because there's not a lot of buying volume coming in. Hey, what's up, Daniel B? Starting to pull back a little bit there. Boy, you've been waiting to bring that joke back, haven't you? It's because I've been gone a while. Doesn't mean you can bring back up the stock of name which we do not speak of. See, DSS is popping back up to that 650, so yeah, you kind of got the cup and handle there. If it can break over 650, you got some room up to 683, and this may start running. So, pretty good call out there by, who called that out? Sammy So? Good call out there. I'm doing good, DB. I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better. Feeling a lot better. I'll be feeling even better if buying volume will start coming in LLIT here. Then I'll feel even better there. See it start popping over 440 here soon. No, I have not made my first million yet. I tell you, the real estate market for my area has been so hot. I've put in offers on several places, but man, it's like a auction every time because there's so many people buying right now. Interest rates are so low and stuff, so I'm still in the same spot I was, which was part of my issues. I mean, I've looked probably, I don't know, I've probably looked at 50, 60 properties so far. I'm waiting right now to hear back from a seller on their property if they're going to work with us on a few things. And then we may be putting an offer in, but I'm still in limbo on the whole real estate thing at the moment. Sometimes it's like that when you got a market that's so hot that houses aren't staying on for very long. You gotta pounce pretty quick, and then sometimes you end up overpaying, and that's what I don't want to overpay, so I'm just being careful. Here we go. We're starting to pop over 440 a little bit. Let's see, where's the 463 is the 200 days, so that's what we want to see it get over. Let's see it start holding over 440 though. Yeah, a little pullback there on the 1 minute. You think it's a garbage? I mean, it probably is garbage, but I was just looking at it from this. It was all the way up at 8, been selling off, and then $4 started holding up as support. So that's what I was kind of looking at it for. But the fact it struggled at 440 there, that's a little concerning. You don't want to. I don't want to pull it back too much at this point. See, well, I got 3 minutes on this 5-minute candle to close. At this moment, though, we're still not getting a lot of volume in here. We want this 5-minute candle to close above the 9. We don't want to drop them below the 9. DSS, nice, all the way up to $7. So anybody who caught DSS, good job on that. See, Codex couldn't break. That's what I was concerned about. Codex law resistance. MRIN still doing its sideways consolidation. I'm happy with that. That's fine. They can keep doing its thing. I'm gonna give LLIT probably about, I don't know, 15 minutes here if it keeps slowly moving up. And then if this doesn't move up, then I will call it a day because I'm not going to overtrade. This will be my second trade today. I stopped using the VWAP a while back, like so probably. Ooh, this is starting to crack a little bit. Ooh, starting to crack. Nasty little crack there. But I stopped using it probably like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, or something like that. I think it still has its merits. I think there's some good uses that you can get out of it. But I've been focusing more on strictly price action. Because if you don't have a solid understanding of price action, then you're not going to be able to efficiently use the VWAP or any indicator for that matter. If you can't trade off of straight price action, then you know anything else you're going to be doing, you're going to have a weakness. So I'm really trying to master really reading price action without any indicators or anything like that. And once I feel like I really have a tight grip on price action, which I feel I'm getting pretty comfortable with. Then I may bring the VWAP back and try it some more. Like, it's not a bad indicator. Daniel B will say it's garbage, but Daniel B says everything's garbage. But I think it's very important to learn, like, before learning to trade with any other indicators, like, I kind of had to, what'd you say, I guess, I'm blanking out here. I had to like, what's the word I'm looking for? I had to deprogram my thinking and my trading because I didn't really learn price action that well. You know, even in the 4 or 5 years, like, I just started really, really focusing on price action this year. And so I had to deprogram myself from just relying on the VWAP and reprogram myself to learn and rely on price action. Because price action is so important. Like, it's so important. And you're better off starting off as a new trader as learning price action first before any indicators or anything like that. And then once you have a solid hold on price action, then bring the indicators in and use them as tools. And this is getting a little bit ugly here. This may crack. I'm probably about to get out of this. Because we were starting to get a little build up, but the buying volume did not come back in. And now it's just kind of selling off a little bit at the moment. Yeah, exactly. I don't, you know, I hate that I started the channel and a lot of the earlier videos were on VWAP, which VWAP is good. It's something to focus on. But, like, price action is so important. Like, it's more important than any indicator. Now, I do use, of course, these indicators on the daily chart and the 9, but I use them simply for simple things. Like, on the daily chart, the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, the 9. These I use as support and resistance. I don't really use them for much else, but just like I could take these off and draw lines for support and resistance on the daily chart, and a lot, like, most of the lines I would draw would be these same damn lines. So that's why I use them on there, because a lot of times it's the same area. They act as pretty tough support and resistance. And then the 9, I just use it as like a magnet to kind of tell me, you know, if something like, I'm going to put a stop loss in on this because I don't want to take a big loss on this. Let's see. So 420. Okay, so let's drop right there. So, like on MSEP earlier, I took a loss on this and I shouldn't have took a loss. This is just my own greed that got me. But this popped up, and way up here, it was way off of this 9, and that's when I should have locked in my profit. I should have known, okay, we're way off the 9. This is going to pull back. And I didn't lock in my profit. I held it. And you know, I ended up taking a loss. But, like, that's a good reason to use the 9 right there. It can kind of keep you knowing, like, okay, this is getting pretty far off. At $3, the 9 EMA is way back down at 250, so there's 50 cents that it could pull back there. So that would have been the perfect time to lock in profit up at 3. But, you know, if you've been following me for a long time, you know sometimes I do stupid shit, so Yeah, One Life's still alive, man. He's around. The One Life is alive. And I appreciate everybody. I know, like, I apologize for the long hiatus and the lack of content on the channel. Like, I really do. You know, I felt really bad that I wasn't putting anything out and I wasn't live streaming, but I just mentally couldn't. Like I said it earlier. Eventually, I'm going to probably this week put out a video talking about mental health and day trading and how important it is. It's something that I really, took a toll on me, and it's something I really didn't expect or understand or know that I was even dealing with. So I will go over all that, but I appreciate everybody, returning subscribers coming back, not running off. I appreciate you guys coming back. It means a lot. Yeah, thank you, Sways. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words from everybody. We're going to get back into it, get rocking again. I'm not rocking today, though. Not so far. I've already. Looks like I'm probably going to take a loss on this. I'm just going to let this stop loss. Let's see, where did I put the stop loss at? I did it kind of quick. 418. Let me put it up a little higher. 418. I don't have a lot of shares, so it's not. If I do take a loss, it'll be pretty small, probably like $7-8. What's up, Kofi? Yeah, it's snowing here too, DB. Yeah, I know it's been a while, Kofi. Like I said, I don't know if everybody caught that, but I apologize for the long hiatus. I was having some mental health issues I was dealing with. I'm gonna put a video out about it, day trading and mental health, and all that. But yeah, I am back. I'm ready to go, and I appreciate everybody coming back to see me and everybody who checked on me while I was on that hiatus. It was an unexpected hiatus, and sometimes you just have to bow out. See, where's the bottom of this at? 409. Oh, I don't know. I may just get out of this because the volume is dying off really bad. Like, I mean, we got barely any volume right now. If this doesn't pop back over this 9 here soon, then I'm just gonna get out. No, I did not get a morning job. No, it was a mental health issue. It was a lot of suppressed anxiety and stuff that I did not know I was even dealing with. And I've apparently had it my whole entire life and never realized it. And the way that I was subconsciously dealing with it was suppressing it, and it just all kind of erupted at once, and went a little crazy. Not like crazy like I was out like trying to skin rabbits and wear them as pelts and run around the streets naked. I wasn't like Ricky Bobby crazy, that type of crazy. Like it was more of just not able to function as a human being. It sucks. I used to be one of those people who be like, I don't have, I've always said I'm crazy. You guys who've been following me for a while, I say I'm crazy all the time, but I just didn't understand how deep it went. I didn't think or believe that was something I was dealing with, so turns out I was. And am. It's a constant struggle, but you got to take care of your physical health and your mental health. And I kind of wasn't doing that. But like I said, I'll talk about all that. I'll do a video on all that. No, no, I'm good. I'm good now. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm good. I'm back. I'm ready to roll. I'm just like you guys who've been following me. You know, I'm always pretty upfront about everything, and even though it's a personal issue, I feel like it's something that a lot of people probably deal with and don't even realize that they're dealing with it or even believe in it. Because I was one of those people who was like, I ain't got none of them problems. So if it helps people, then good. If it doesn't help them, well, then I tried. So we got a little triangle on this 1 minute here. I don't know. This is the volume, the lack of volume now on this stock is just, it's kind of like, eh. I thought maybe at the break of that triangle it was going to get some buying volume in, but it's just dying off. So I don't know. I may just let this ride, see what happens with it. But I'm not going to sit, as slow as it's moving right here, I'm not going to sit here and keep watching it. So DSS got held up at a 7 and came back down. Codex couldn't break. How's the SPY doing? Oh, SPY is looking, oh, all right. Still pretty bearish looking though. And my swing trade, how's my swing trade doing? You're just doing. You just do what you do. All right. So if anybody has any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 10 to 15 minutes here. Like I said, I'm just going to let this ride. It's barely moving, so it's either going to crack here real soon. I'm going to take this loss, or it's going to go sideways. I mean, I don't. It probably is going to crack because it just doesn't like right here the last. I mean, just no volume on it, so it is what it is. But yeah, if you got any of those, go ahead and get those in. I'm gonna take a quick little minute break before there's any questions. So you guys got a couple of minutes to think about those questions, and I'll be right back. All right, so yeah, looks like I hit my stop loss, so about what I thought. The one I'm swinging is MRIN. This one I swung from Friday. And the reason why I'm swinging it, see, they had some losses there. I didn't see that. I didn't even see their revenue today or their earnings today. But the reason why I was swinging it, there was some rumor about Amazon, and that's what originally made it pop. And then it had a nice pullback, and then Friday, I was watching it real close. Yeah, here we go. Friday I was watching it real close, and it kept climbing up this trend line and climbing up the 9. So right through here, when it didn't drop below the 9 and started popping back up, I got in at like 337. I wanted to get in at 332, 330, right on that 9 EMA, and I marketed in, so I got filled a little higher than I would have liked. And then it climbed all the way up to 4 something, 472. I could have locked in a pretty decent amount of profit on it. But I was like, it's Friday and this is still climbing up. It didn't sell off too much. You know, it still held up. And now on this daily chart, we kind of got like it's like almost a triangle starting to form. But the fact it's kept trying to push up and push up, you know, even the 9 EMA is even pointing up. So I'm holding it. Like right now I don't know if I would want to get in it. Like Friday was like, and that time, actually Thursday would have been a real good day to get in it, but you know, if you got in at 2, you'd be sitting pretty right now, holding the swing. Right now, I'm kind of in an iffy area. I'm only swinging 50 shares, though. I'm not swinging a bunch, but you can see that $3 area kind of held up in pre-market. So, I mean, it sold off a little bit there. This earnings today, I did not notice, so I'm not sure how much that's really going to affect it, or if it is at all. But I mean, you can see so far today, it's you know, slowly moving up. It's not doing anything too crazy. It did get up to 433 earlier, but if you just look at this whole overall trend, the whole overall trend from here all the way back, and it could get down to that 270. That'd be pretty sketchy. I don't know if I'd hold it that long, but I'm keeping a pretty close eye on it. But you can see it is on an uptrend. So that's why I'm holding it in that Amazon rumor. Because if for some reason that Amazon rumor comes out to be true, and they drop a press release on it, it could get a pretty decent gap up. But it is very low float, so it can change directions very quickly. It's a little risky. I don't swing very often, but I like the upward momentum it's had so far. That $5 area is a tough area. If it gets back up to 5, that's probably where I will sell, unless 5 breaks. If $5 break, then it could be off to the races. Because here's the thing. This is another thing. It's above all indicators, and there's not. We actually do have resistance where it popped up right there to like 330 something. So that's kind of an area that could be some support. And then if you look back And on the max chart, it's just kind of crazy, but I mean we have some space to move. Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's a little risky. It's not one I'd probably want to get in today unless it comes back down to kind of a support area. And actually, if you look right here, there's pretty good support at 315. It seems to be. There's at 3. No, it's kind of at 3. So yeah, you look back here on this 5-day, you can see how many times it hit 3. It fought with 3 right there, struggled, came up, bounced off of 3 a little bit there, rode right along 3. 3 was resistance there, 3 was resistance there. Popped up again there, 3 was resistance. Popped right there. I think this was Friday. Yeah, this was Friday. And Friday it broke that resistance finally. And then that $3 resistance held up as support all through pre-market and stuff. So $3, if it was to come back down that low, that possibly could be a play. I don't really want it to come back down that low. But getting in right now would be really sketchy. I wouldn't recommend it. So we'll see what happens with it. Like I said, I just like the upward momentum of it. I've been up on it pretty much the entire time besides pre-market and post-market, but we'll see what happens. Let's do a quick little check, see if anything else is going on, and then I'm gonna call it a day. You do have GRIL, but very little volume breaking over that downtrend. DSSS looking pretty decent. Still looking pretty decent. I thought maybe that was going to be the handle right there, but this actually looks like that may be the handle. So you do kind of have a cup and handle going on this. So there could be a play here. Just know if you are looking at it, that $7 is a tough area. But if it doesn't finish this handle and it breaks over 7, it could run up to 790. But right here at the 9's right down here at 638. So you kind of want to probably get close to that. Let's see, LLIT. LLIT bounced off that support again, but it looks like it's going to crack. Volume's gone on it. Let's see where we go. GOVX. No volume there. No volume on MCEP. Still, not a ton of volume, but a little bit on Codex. But Codex, Codex has so much resistance above it. Let's see, SELB, nothing there. Yeah, so I'm not seeing too much else. DSS is probably the only thing with potential at the moment. I have a little bit of Solo I'm still holding. Solo should be putting out their cars here soon. Yeah, Solo's alright. I mean, the market's down right now, so Solo was all the way back up to 330. As long as Solo doesn't crack too much more, I mean, it should be pretty good support right there in that 250 area. If it cracks any lower than that, then I'm probably get out of it, but Let's see. Codex. Popping up a little bit there. How are we doing on MRIN? MRIN, the volume's pretty light on at the moment too. So SPY app. Whew. So the SPY did have a quick pop up, but man, it's still looking like it might drop some more. We got the election coming up though. So what's the election, like 2 weeks away? Something like that. So I could see the SPY just kind of slowly drifting off until the election, because it's, you know, a pretty polarized election, and the difference in policies between Trump and Biden are so dramatic. I mean, there's such a dramatic difference that I do think it is going to have a direct effect on the stock market with who wins. So, you know, at the moment, we're kind of in this limbo, no man's land with the overall market. I mean, it's pretty red today. And it could keep dropping some until the election, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's see, MRIN starting to pop up a little bit again. Not too much volume though still. So alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. It should be. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Let's give it a second here. Let's see if MRIN starts popping over 4. I'm gonna give it a minute before I end the stream. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Okay, no, it's not gonna pop right now. It looked like for a minute there it might start popping over 4. But yeah, it's not gonna do it right now. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Glad to be back. You know, we'll talk about everything some more as the week goes on. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Until next time.